Hi everybody, welcome to JoshuaGaming.com. I am Joshua Gaming, and as we dive into 2012, I wanted to take a minute today and talk about some of the things that we've been seeing, that we continue to see, and that we expect to see go on throughout 2012 that are going to lead to more of a one-world economy and a global economy, and eventually, in my opinion, to a one-world currency. We have going on right now the collapse of the Eurozone. It's still strong, and look, it's not just Greece, Italy, France, Spain. It's the whole Eurozone. Because each nation affects each other nation within the Eurozone, and they're having a problem that stems from debt. It's the same problem we have in America. The debt problem is an epidemic worldwide, is affecting the global economy. In China right now, we see that 70% of their GDP is from construction. I'm not an expert on this topic, but I hear a lot of people talk about this awesome economic growth that China has, but I've done some research and I've also seen that they have put a lot of stimulus into construction and growth into building these massive structures, these massive buildings, these massive cities, and a lot of people are saying that they've overbuilt. Go ahead and YouTube Ghost Cities China, and you're going to see that they have built insane cities, and there's nobody there to live in them. China's got the same thing going on as we have here in the United States and around the world. We have the middle class being wiped out. And so what you have in China is, because the government has pushed for all this growth with development, they have all of these buildings, nobody that can afford to live in them. And so what we're seeing right now is we're seeing a huge real estate boom in China as the government's doing things to fuel lending to development, but nobody to come in and buy these things that have been developed. And so what we're going to see happen, I believe, is a real estate bubble pop in China, similar to what happened in the United States. And this is going to cause massive banking problems in China, which is something that Europe's already seen and the United States have already seen. Goes back to this epidemic, the debt problem the world economy is facing. We're seeing a huge hit to production around the world. And when you look at all these things combined, you see one central problem: debt. Debt's going on right now, and debt's going to keep going throughout 2012. They're going to keep printing money. They're going to be manipulating economics. It's Keynesian economics at its best, and they're going to do whatever they can to prolong the life of the dollar and the debt system. And you know what? The longer they preserve it, probably the better off the middle class is. But eventually, when we lead to a demise of the dollar and approach a one world currency, the people that don't hold assets, hard commodities, or assets that produce cash flow, we're going to see extreme poverty around the world. So I urge you to increase your financial education, buy assets that produce cash flow, avoid liabilities that take money from your pocket, and let's go strong, build strong, and grow strong throughout 2012 and going into the next year. Hopefully we can look back and say that 2012 was a year of individual economic prosperity and growth.